I don't do New Year's resolutions. The January pressure to progress, produce, perform does not align with my energy and always left me feeling like I failed. Welcome to day 2 of No Resolution Reset. If you are just joining us, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Yesterday in day 1, we covered awareness, and we spoke on awareness as the basis of change, that we can't change what we don't acknowledge. So if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go check it out. All right, so I also want to acknowledge Julie Mango. That's her handle on YouTube, for highlighting this January pressure. She shares about the origins of New Year's resolutions, and I think it's really worthwhile. So go check it out, check her out. And I'm Lorna, and I've started over in a few countries. At 40, I moved to South Korea to teach English. And at 59, I moved to Taiwan, where I can't even read the street signs. Now, I've carved out this space for us to slow down before we decide what's next. All right, so I'm going to invite you to breathe with me for a moment. Okay, so let's breathe together. As you breathe in, make space for insights, awarenesses, ahas. And as you breathe out, let go of stress, struggle, doubt. Breathe in again, and as you breathe in calm, breathe in ease, breathe in peace. And as you breathe out, let go of any distractions, any worries, any fears. One last time, breathe in. And as you breathe in, just know that if you found yourself here, there is something here for you. Just take what is yours and leave the rest. And as you breathe out, just breathe out any stress. And let's take our time and come back to this space and this time and this moment, as we will do the reflection and journaling for this day 2. All right, so our day 2 prompt is outgrowing the old. Outgrowing the old, and the question is, are there people, patterns, or beliefs you've outgrown? Are there people, patterns, or beliefs you've outgrown? I know that for a long time I have had the pattern of pleasing people. Probably came from wanting to feel worthy or deserving of attention, and that was one way in which I would receive attention, right? And so for a very long time I've done stuff to please people and not please myself, and it's continued until now. Because as I said, I get validation. People say, you're so nice, you're so generous, you're so kind. And I have come to a place where I recognize that some people have taken me for granted. There's a song from a Jamaican singer called Glenn Washington, and he says, "Please don't take my kindness for weakness." And I know that my kindness has been taken for weakness, and there are some people that I cut off over the years, and I am right now in the process of cutting some other people off, because there comes a point where I recognize that I'm overextended and I'm depleted, and these are draining and depleting and exhausting things, and I don't need to continue to carry them, everywhere I go and into every year. So, I didn't want to give any specific examples, but yeah, there are a couple of situations that have come up even over the last few weeks that have me recognizing that some people, it's just time to cut them off. And yeah, in as loving a way as I can. But that for me is what I'm doing. And it doesn't mean that I'm abandoning who I am, by doing so. It's like, how can I explain it? I don't know if I even need to explain it. I think many of us as women, we are so used to being nice, being called nice, and people then make assumptions about what they can get away with, and they do get away with. And so, yeah, it just means that I am really stepping into a new space of becoming more of who I'm supposed to be. And that is to have appropriate boundaries with people. So I'm over to you as you sit with today's prompt. Notice, are there people, patterns, habits that once fit you very well? Maybe it didn't fit you, but it's a label, right? It was something that you were carrying. And now it feels restrictive, like a shoe that you've outgrown. And there is a quote by Carl Jung that says, "The shoe that fits one person pinches another." And there's no universal recipe for living. And I think it speaks very well to it. Some people are able to keep this up forever, but sometimes you come to a point where you've outgrown something, some habits, some patterns, some people, and it's just time to let them go as lovingly as you can, but let them go. So you don't want to be blaming yourself or necessarily judging them, but you just recognize you have to lovingly cut ties. And maybe you don't cut ties, or you minimize or reduce, right? But in my case, some of them I do need to cut. You're just honoring the growth that's happening. So I'm going to leave you with that for a moment. Just take your time. And you are writing someplace, putting it somewhere, whether it's in the Reinvented Life Journal or it's in a binder or something of your choice, right? So I'm going to give you a moment. Just observe what's coming up for you. People, habits, patterns that it's time to let go because it no longer fits. All right. So that is where I'm going to pause for today. Just being mindful that there's nothing to fix. Just notice what's coming up and let it be okay. Let it be enough. I hope that's helpful. Thank you for joining me today on day 2 of No Resolution Reset. See you tomorrow on day 3. Bye for now.